It Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
Hello and welcome yet again to an extremely exciting episode of Hear It Here with the extremely evergreen and bubbly and effervescent Suchi.
Me.
Well
And this is Sudhi. This is
Yes.
Sudhi, my co-host Sudhi.
But today-
Welcome to Hear It Here.
But today we have somebody...
luck to you.
Yes, thank you.
Good luck to you.
Oh no, you're going to go with that pun.
Yeah,
No, but wait.
good luck to you, Sudhi.
We have somebody
Because-
very special today on the show. I feel she comes from a beautiful pedigree. She's somebody who seems to be finding her own little pathway as far as things are concerned.
And she has rocked in this particular movie that we're going to talk
She
about.
got like a beautiful head on her shoulders.
Yes.
I'm obviously not just talking about physically, I'm saying generally speaking, which we, I guess, will gather as we go along.
Yes.
So,
So-
please put your hands together
And please
for the
welcome
extremely
Janhvi Kapoor
gorgeous and talented.
on Hear It Here.
She
Clap,
seems
clap,
to
clap,
be
clap.
not excited at all.
I'm very
Very
excited.
excited.
I
She's
felt
very
like there
excited. I
was
can
more
tell.
left,
Yeah.
but then you all stopped, so I was like, okay.
Should be trying.
But
No,
Janhvi,
that's great. I
thank
do
you for
love-
being, Thank
no.
you for being on Hear It Here.
Thank you so
Wonderful
much
job.
for having me.
No, I'm really excited about this movie. Now I watched the trailer like everybody else has. And kudos to you, child. You know, really. You know, I call you child because I'm about 40 years older than you. or
What are
30.
you calling me? Shaggy?
Child.
Oh,
I said
child. I was
Yeah.
like,
Shaggy?
I don't know why I
But
was
suddenly you're going to break
No, I
into
said child.
Mr. Lover.
No, but-
Yeah, I was like, why am I
Why
calling
would-
Shaggy?
No.
That would be interesting.
But kudos to you because you seem to have done a spectacular job, you know, as far as the trailer goes.
Really?
Yeah, yes.
I hope so.
You really have. I've seen your stuff. I saw Dhadak. Yeah, because I had met your co-star, Ishan, at that time.
Ishan,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, before he had become a star, etc. And he had said he was so excited about this movie. So I watched it right as soon as it came. And you were beautiful in that too.
Thank you.
So congratulations. And you really are moving from strength to strength. But this particular film is seeing you in a completely different light. Not only with the accent, not only with the way you're speaking. And tell us a little bit about that process and how long that took.
The prep aspect of it?
Yes.
Well, I did a lot of. I started with training for my diction and dialect, which was Bihari.
Yes.
I play a Bihari girl.
And it's not easy, yeah?
Oh, it's not. They have such a specific
Specific
rhythm.
way. Yeah, yeah.
Rhythm, but
Yes.
it's so meetha
Yeah.
actually. And the thing is, once you tap into the rhythm, then it's very
देखिए,
hard to tap out of it.
Yeah.
हम बताए थे ना.
देखिए ना,
Very like,
Exactly.
कहते
yeah.
रहे हैं.
हाँ.
Yeah.
Whatever, but I'm
It would be
doing
nice
it.
actually.
no,
How
yeah,
about we
yeah,
actually
no.
switch gears and we
Do the whole into
Oh, no,
thing.
I-
She's probably had enough.
I no, but the thing is, I prepped for it over a year ago, so I most likely suck at this point.
No,
and
but you
I'd
did
like to think
decently
I'm
well, I
pretty-
must say. You don't suffer from the goldfish syndrome, which is a
What
good
is the
thing.
goal? Oh,
30-second memory.
Memory.
No, but I think that if I forgot it now, it would definitely still not qualify as the goldfish syndrome because it was a year and a half ago. But either way, so I spent a lot of time actually on the diction, which was also, I think, my director's process was I play a Bihari girl who migrated to Punjab when she was a teenager. So he wanted me to extensively learn the Bihari and then forget it and spend a lot of time in Punjab and
Punjabi,
Basi
correct,
Patana.
yeah.
So he didn't want the Bihariness to be apparent. He wanted it to seem like someone who
Has lived in that place.
has lived in it, has it in her system, speaks it at home, but when she's out in the world, she tries to
Yeah.
forget
Fair
it
enough.
just to fit in a little bit.
Okay.
And that was a very detailed
Yeah.
requirement, I think.
No, and rightly so, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the more detailed and specific it is, the more it
So
helps.
It helps, exactly.
And likewise with her backstory, he was so specific about where she came from, at what age she moved to Basi Patana in Punjab,
Sure.
in Patiala, what age her father died, where she saw her life going, how those dreams shattered, where she wants it to go now, her ambitions, and all of those things. So there was such a specific image in my mind about this girl.
Yeah.
And he made the environment very close to reality for me.
Nice.
So I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer. I end up peddling drugs,
Yes.
which no one should do ever.
Thanks for that little advisory. Yeah.
To pay for her mom's cancer
Sure,
treatment.
yeah,
She's kind
sure.
of pushed against the wall, and she finds herself in a sticky situation, and then relies on it to offer her financial support to pay for the treatment. Anyway, so for the majority of the film, she's the only girl in a group of thugs.
Yes.
So when I was shooting the film, I was the only girl on set around a group of men dressed like thugs. And I guess they were in character, so they acted like it as well. And so for the first few days, it was a sort of intimidating setup because most of our technicians were also male.
Sure.
But they all made me feel very comfortable and all. But it does feel like funny, right? When you're like in a huge room of like...
Just men.
Just men.
Hairy, sweaty.
Hairy, sweaty. Whose job it is to intimidate you.
Yes, that can be intimidating. Some with maybe gastric issues, but yeah, anyway. Sorry.
And but then we all got close and got very familiar and friendly. But that was also a part of my director's process. He would never let me go back to my van, which I think is such a luxury for actors, an unfair, almost obscene luxury that there are people, light men, Mike Dada, suffering on set in the heat or on the cold tirelessly, and we get to go back to the luxury of our vans.
Sure.
So in keeping with the moment,
he was like, just don't go. Yeah. Just like sit. Even if it's not your shot, sit. Even if it's like 5 a.m. and it's not your shot, sit. Because Jerry has never felt comfort in her life.
That's what I was going to get.
She's always on edge. She's always, her mind is always sticking to like, what can I latch onto to feel some semblance of safety or security. She's never got a break. It's called Good Luck Jerry because she hasn't had any luck.
Correct.
And so it really made me feel like you're on set.
But was it that tough for you? Because I mean, having done a certain amount of formal education at the Lee Strasberg School, which is at some level or the other a method form of an acting methodology, did it kind of somewhere feel, okay, wait a minute, I've done 2 semesters, I've understood what the art of that is, and maybe I can slip into this?
No, I understood the art of that. It's just that, see, I'm the kind of actor that likes to submit to anything and everything the director asks of me. And if this was his process, I submitted to it wholeheartedly. But having said that, within the realm of the world he created for me, I'm still organically a switch on and switch off kind of actor. I don't...
Pretty much like Suchi. No, but that's true.
It's true.
Really?
It's true.
Yeah, it is.
I inherently, because I shot this film at a stretch and I was speaking in this Bihari dialect, it stayed with me offset also, but it wasn't intentional. But like, you know how some actors for emotional scenes, I think the method, what people don't understand is, or they mistake sometimes, the method and the way that it's taught at Strasberg is that you go into your own emotional memory.
I know that,
and then dig from that well for scenes.
Got it.
And I think I dig from my emotional memory to draw parallels and trying to understand my characters and their situations, but never right before a scene.
It's also very interesting.
I think I tried to stay as much with Jerry or Millie or whoever I'm playing as opposed to Janhvi. I like to divorce the two. So for me, it's like if it's an emotional scene, I'd rather like action, I'm Jerry. Not like, wait, give me a minute, let me think about something sad that happened in Janhvi's life. And
I use the Joey school of acting, which is tweezers.
Really? I've heard that helps.
It's nice.
Now you
don't have hair, pretty much. But anyway.
Can we not talk about that now?
Sorry.
Yes. No, but Janhvi, you've always chosen some really interesting, the work that you've done up to now. All of the roles have been quite set up.
Stellar. Gunjan Saxena was stellar.
Yeah, really. You know, are those because they've come to you like that, or was it a conscious decision that when I start off, because Dhadak was just such a hard-hitting film, you wanted to stay in that zone? Was it any sort of a conscious thing that I want to prove my mettle from the start and go on like that for a bit?
I think it's something that I've learned about myself of late is that challenges excite me.
Yeah.
And if I feel like I'm not challenging myself, I get bored or I feel like I'm getting complacent. And I knew after Dhadak that I wanted to do something that would allow me to push myself and forget proof to others, which I needed to do and still need to do, but proof to myself that I do have something to offer. And I think with Ghost Stories and with Gunjan, Zoya ma'am and Sharan gave me the opportunity to
explore
that, which I'm ever so grateful for. And yeah, so it was about the challenge for me that excited me, and it was a little bit of what was coming my way. I think I manifested it, but I guess it's also a bit
How
of good
anxious
luck.
are you? The reason I ask is because, like, I'm just following up from where Suchi left off. You're young, you're talented, you're beautiful. You're in the industry where pretty much everyone looks up at you at some level or the other, right? How eager is it inside of you to prove it to other people, like what you just said a little while back, or prove it to yourself? And how quickly can you draw that line that, okay, wait, I don't want to veer into an anxiety sort of a space?
Which is very easy to do.
Exactly. So that's why I asked.
See, I think that during Dhadak and even during Gunjan, a large part of my journey was very dictated by, because I did feel very indebted to actually my whole life for the opportunities that I've gotten. I've been made to feel that I've gotten it very easily, which I have. And I think that did trigger a sense of anxiety in me, or a sense of like, I'm getting things that, or like I'm getting things that I don't deserve. So I'm technically worthless. I'm not worth the opportunities I'm getting. I'm just getting it because of the work that my parents have done. So what am I really? And so I did take that pressure a lot. And also I felt like...
But you shouldn't.
So I'm coming to that.
Yes.
And also I felt such overwhelming love and respect for the work that my parents have done.
For sure.
And as a result of that, I'm being able to do what I love.
Yes.
And I love acting. I live for it.
Right.
So what I can do is work my ass off to give something back to them. And I think that was very important to me. It still is. But I think that was the only thing that was important to me, to give back in some way. To them, because I'm doing what I love because of their love. It's a weird cycle, but I think you're following.
Totally following.
But then I realized that the only thing that I can do in my hand is to enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah, because you're carving your own destiny.
Right.
They've had theirs. You're carving your own.
But also, I mean, you know, respect to the fact that people have lost out on opportunities that I'm getting. I'm taking up a spot that maybe someone more deserving could have had, but I have the spot.
Yeah, why
and
not?
what can I do with it?
I'm not meant for you.
Exactly.
Yours,
and what do you want me to do? Do you want me to say no thanks?
No thanks. Give it to somebody else.
Obviously not.
No, but what I can do with it is make sure I give it more than my best.
Absolutely.
My everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I don't know about anything else. I don't know about the beauty and the talent and all of those things that you mentioned, but I know about the hard work.
That's important.
And I know about
the
it
passion
between...
for it.
Yes.
That
and I
counts.
know about it when I sign a film with the prep between action and cut. I suck at this promotion thing. I'm so bad at it.
You're doing pretty good, but
that's because I got pep talk before. They were like, you're switching off, you're sounding like a zombie. Like,
But you do understand that at the end of the day, this conversation is essentially not just that. You would have sensed that.
Yes, I mean...
Yes.
Hence the smile.
I guess so.
But, you know, we have to wrap up because we don't have too much time with you. But we just want to know a little bit about the other Janhvi, not about Good Luck Jerry, not about, you know, what is it that you do to unwind?
Unwind. It's a funny term.
Because as we just talked about how intense certain roles that you've been playing can get for you. What is it? Even
or
on
you
a
don't
daily
like
basis.
unwinding.
Do you go, you know, do you take time for yourself? Are you one of those people, or you like to surround yourself?
I don't think I can take more than a day or two to myself.
Don't unwinding.
The time that I take for myself, my therapy is actually being on set. Between action and cut, that's my therapy. This is the work.
Right.
This is the job that's taxing, that's exhausting, that I don't understand. But oh my God, I got a character and tomorrow I have this scene and I'm gonna like...
that's fire,
right? Yeah, and they're gonna tell me like what to do and how to do it. And there's gonna be the set and the lights and the camera and like the smell of the wind in this other city that I've never been to. And
That's beautiful.
Oh God, like you live for that. Yeah. You live for that. That's therapy. That's me unwinding. This is me getting wound up.
That's a nice way to end. But we're so happy that we managed to get you on here at here. Just wishing you all the luck in the world. I mean, I've been in the industry for 30 years. And I see in your eyes, I see passion and I see exactly what you want to do.
You must
with your
also
craft.
see sleep deprivation.
It's covered pretty good, so don't worry. But just want to, all the blessings for you always and all the success for you always because you deserve it, Janhvi.
Thank you. That's so
You do.
sweet.
And honestly, I mean, genuinely speaking, Godspeed onwards and upwards to you
Thank
forever.
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely.
And,
all the
may
very
you
best,
do
not only for
brilliantly
this,
well.
but everything that comes ahead.
Thank you.
Okay?
And of
Lots
course,
love.
if you like challenges, so I just wanted to leave on that, do 100 push-ups.
Not
But
at this
can't.
time.
I did 30 squats already.
Okay, fair enough. I
Good luck,
tried.
sweetheart. Good luck.
See
All the
you.
very best.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Here with Sudhi and Suchi.